Hey guys, welcome back. More Disney Infinity. We're under construction. I am joined by Captain Jack Sparrow, who in 1 week's time has his new movie coming out, which is Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. So what we're going to do is a pretty simple box. I think I'm going to make it a two-parter, and it's going to be simple in the sense that the second part is actually already built. I did not build it. It was built by, I believe, That Brown Bat. And I'm going to tie it into this one as the second set. And then when I go into that box, I will make some changes to it so that it'll have the challenge that I want. So with this one, we're going to start on the part that's going to basically be on the ocean. So we're going to do a few things. We're going to drop down a sky changer. This is not the box that I put together that has all the text already in it. I'm not using that because it takes up a lot of memory all by itself, as I learned with my Guardians of the Galaxy build, and then had to go and delete all the text that I wasn't using, which was almost all of it. So I don't know. It sounded like a good idea in the beginning to make that box and have the text available, but since you can't actually share the toy boxes with other people other than through SharePlay, if you're doing SharePlay anyway, I can kind of talk you through it and tell you what you need to know, so no point in really using the text so much. Plus, it gives you a new challenge of figuring out another way to show the player what they need to do without using text. So whether that's camera cuts, whether that's markers coming up, things like that, there's other ways, and that's, I think, what I'm going to explore more with these builds moving forward. Okay, so we got the Sky Changer in there, which I'm not entirely sure which I'm going to go with. It seems obvious that I would go with the Pirates one, and I probably will, but I'm not positive. So I'll tell you what, we'll do that first, just because it's going to help me figure out something else. So let's go here, and I think that's 1.0, which means it's probably 2.0. Radiator Castle, Metroville, Monster. Open Sea, I was right. Yeah, it doesn't happen that often. Alright, you have served your purpose. Alright, we got all the ocean there. So I think I'm going to start doing... Oh yeah, I can't do that yet. Yeah, put another one down first. Oh, I was just curious. I know you have to put another landmass down. I didn't know if you could cheat and just put that down. What's going on here? Well, apparently it has to be a larger landmass than that. There we go. So that's all I want to do is get rid of it. So what I want is... I guess it doesn't matter, I can leave that there. What I want to do is have a kind of battle on the seas. And it'll look much cooler with this actual ocean than that floor panel stuff, which doesn't look very good at all. So a couple other things we're going to be now getting into is going to be, let's see, we need to go to set decorations, or set pieces, excuse me. And then we should have some pirate ships going on back here. So we got the pirate with the cannon. I want that. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do direction-wise. Let me see something. Is there any ability? Excuse me, that's not what I want to do. And I can't do the other. Alright, never mind. I was wondering if you could change the colors on them. So we got the shipwreck, but that won't look too good with the landmass under it. I didn't want to go with two of the exact same ships. I was hoping I could get a little something different in there, but not looking like that's an option. So When they give you lemons, make lemonade. Well, actually, that's a different ship right there. How would that look? Nah. Let's say I looked a little higher. Does that start on the same level pretty much? What is that thing interfering with? Alright. So those will be the two ships. So I'm thinking now, let's get into our creativitoys. And our path creator. Then you just want to lay down a few different spots here for the path creator. And oh, that was kind of cool. What's in the boat? No cargo? In the belly of the boat. Alright, I forgot we want this to be on the ocean, therefore we might want it to go up and down a little bit. So we're basically just giving it that wave effect with the up and down motion. And we're going to stretch this out into a large circle. Okay, and we get out of there. Go to our settings, although I think I need to go... Not sure. Well, let me try this for fun. I don't know if I can set it through. Or maybe I can. Properties. Nope. Default, blah, 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 blah. We're just going to say no. Let's go here. And go properties. Active speed looped. That's what I wanted. Speed will go. I'll start it with 175. We'll see. I think I'm gonna have it to possibly, if it'll work, is change speeds as it goes along. Rail slide is off. Auto start when connected. We'll say that's on because this will be off. Visual effect none. And you almost could add the water effect, but eh. Checkpoint 2D. Path point options. Nah. Alright. So that's going to be the first one there. I'm not real happy with this. Let's see if I can do something to fix this up a little bit. Oh, that already looks better. How's that? Well, it still has that screwy loop there. Why? Why? Let me try something here. This may set me all the way back, but that's alright. We're going to go looped off. Well, that actually seems to have fixed it. Alright. Let's see now if we can just soften that up a little bit. Well, we'll see how that turns out. Gonna connect that over here. Want to orient it along. And we are going to loop it, yes. It's going to continuously go around. Why is it facing sideways? Orient along path. Well, we're going to do one of two things, but for right now, we're going to go with horizontal, vertical, forward, backward, rotation. We're going to hope that that does the trick as it goes all the way around. And if not, then we'll switch out whatever we need to switch out. There, here comes the real fun part. I was going to say, where's my little landmass? I wanted to put a button down here just so I could test that out. So when that is pressed, we're going to go live. Where the heck is the green? Where is it? Is that it? No, that's right. It's right up here. But there it goes. As I say, it doesn't want to grab it. Connect. And we turn it on. Well, this is going to be real fun because I got to do the same thing for an off button. Where is... There it is. Well, the idea is I don't want this to be very visible, and it seems like it's doing its job with that. And I need another button here. Oh, sorry. And that'll turn it off when it's pressed. We're going to reset and stop. So we'll start with that. And it's got the rocking motion to it, and it looks like it is following the path. Let's see what happens when it goes around. Okay, it's working out pretty well. So we're going to do the exact same thing with our second chip. Now, other than the trailer, I don't know anything that's going to happen. I know that I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of the Disney Infinity characters we're used to so far as the Barbossa and Davy Jones, but that's all I got to work with, so I'm gonna have to improvise a little bit. And I'm not doing a full storyline. I'm just going to do some simple stuff, some battles on the sea. And then we're going to go into a little town setting. So what this is going to be is a target scenario. And I'll be doing something that I've never even attempted to do before. So it should be very interesting to see how that turns out. That is going to be to put the target not only moving, but moving with the ship as it moves. So I'm figuring that realistically it should be simple enough just to attach the target to the Pathfinder the same way. Path Creator, excuse me. That I just did the ship itself. But because the target only faces one side, I want it to be something you could technically hit from either side. So no matter where the ship is at on the loop, it would still be a hittable target if you're that good. Is it gonna work? I don't know. I'm gonna have to toy around with some ideas as the build moves on. So the idea of the waves is gonna just make it a little bit more interesting to try and time your aim as your ship's going up and that ship's going down and things like that. It's going to make it a little bit more interesting. Again, you want to have a lot of these path points in there because you never know just how much you can use these for. They're good for logic in general, and it'll go right about here. And then we'll wrap that there, and then we'll bounce over to this one and connect it. Hopefully it should just work nice and neat. So we go to our properties. We're gonna have it off. Well, we'll do it now only because I did the other one. We're gonna loop it. And before I put the ship on there, it'll be a lot easier to just set the buttons up. They're gonna be the exact same. So that when that is pressed, I guess I could have had all this stuff a little closer until the build was done, but oops. We'll go on. See a couple of you joining me for this feed. I appreciate it. Give me a second here. I can pull up some commentary. With a little bit of battery I have left remaining. Mario, how are you, my friend? Alright, so that turns it on, and then we're going to bounce way over back to here. Pressed. So essentially this is going to do the same thing for both ships. Turn them on, turn them off, reset. And yeah, it was so much easier doing it this way. Reset and stop. And then last but not least, we will connect it to what right now is a dead path. Ooh. Really lose your perspective on this thing when it's just the spark mode. See, now this one's already kind of lined up properly. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we go over here and start. How come only one of you is moving? That's disturbing. What happened? Yeah, it's got 2 path creators. And now neither one wants to go. Reset and stop. Maybe that's not what we want. Maybe we just want to go to stop. I don't know. Hey, Milrose. Yes, absolutely. We're going to be, in the near future, next week or so, doing another, open session of Let's Play, where, we can use toy boxes that have been built and go back and forth. We got some people working on their own stuff. I've been working on my stuff. What is the collision factor here? There we go. So yeah, we can definitely do that. Alright, here's what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. And we're going to try again. So... That's not what I wanted, but okay. Whatever you do, don't sneeze. New logic connection when it's pressed. Alright. Now I gotta deal with this crap again. Let's see. Ugh. I mean, technically, I guess you could go on and off. Right now, I guess I have to go with reset and play because it's not cooperating. New logic connection when it's pressed. Reset and play. That should take care of the problem. We'll see if they were all easy. It's showing a lot of collision area. That's kind of odd to me. Alright, so this time we'll go here. Alright, there they both go. But I want them to go opposite directions. See, now I got this situation where I have to do one more time. Actually, I didn't have to do that. Oh well. When it's pressed, it's just gonna start and stop. Oh, I don't think I put it. No wonder. Okay, yeah, I know what I gotta do with that. That'll be an easy fix. We forgot to orient it. I'm saying we. I forgot to orient it. That'll be off. And when it's pressed, where's the green one at? Where is the green one at? Oh, there you go. I do like the way this ship rocks. It's gonna make it very interesting to try and target something. Off. Okay. Let's run this thing back way over here. Okay, so there's our on and off. We want to go to properties, toy box path, orient, and then we're going to have to rotate. Let's see if 90 degrees is the magic number. I guess it is. Now what I'm wondering is how do you make it work opposite? Actually, it really won't make a difference. Because no matter how you look at it, you're going to still have the same opportunity. Maybe I'll just put a target on each side. That'll make it simpler. So I think we'll do a target on each side. Where's my ships? Am I going the wrong way? Yes. Alright, here's what I'm going to do first. I'm just thinking ahead a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and save this and then reload it. This way they should be in the off mode and set from the beginning, because I need to line up everything. So once this saves, then we'll load it back in. Both ships should be in the starting position without moving. And then we can set the targets up. They have to be at the same speed as this ship, which is 175. Which is actually a pretty good pace as I was watching them right there. It's pretty accurate to large ships on the ocean like that. Kind of looking forward to seeing what it looks like when you're actually on the ship. All you'll see is the actual sea in the ocean. Okay, we got that. So now we need to load in. So it's going to be pretty simple. I haven't figured out, other than the target part, I might want to do something else. We have to board the ship after you hit the targets or something like that, and then have some enemies appear. That's what I was looking for.
Let us get started on our excursion.
Yes, let's. Alright, so now back to our creativity toys and our targets. So now I'll be able to line everything up perfectly. I think I'm going to do here is 1, 2, there's that, and do all the logic first. So I need a counter. I think I'm going to go with a game maker as well, or challenge maker. Which means I will also need want to make sure this is going to cooperate. All my logics end up being on this little island way over here by itself, which I think I actually will turn it into an island. It should sit on here, I think. Yeah, okay, that'll work. I mean, it'll only be for the spawning, and then we're going to hide it so you don't see it. But I'm not going to do that till the very last. Alright, as we were. So we have challenge maker. New logic connection whenever it is entered by player 1, because that's all we're going to have. We will start the game. Alright, let's get into the logic now. We need a counter. And a timer. Disney Infinity, is it still playable online? The answer is no. Other than SharePlay. What did I just say I was looking for? Counter, yeah. Did I pass it? I must have passed it. It's got the little flippy thing. There you are, I missed you. Is there a timer on this? Let me see. Auto start. Results, blah blah blah. Nope. Alright, auto start on the game load. We're gonna say no because the box will do that. Results, score label. I'm not worried about that. Not worried about that. Start location. Will be that, and I'm wondering if I need to. I think I'm going to put a. Actually, guess what? We are going to automatically start it on the load. And I think just to be safe, I might add a locator, because I'm thinking otherwise it's going to spawn me on the challenge maker, and I don't want that to happen. Alright, use end location on abort. End location is current location, that's right. Start location. Hopefully that works. I'm going to try it first without, and then I can always add it later if I need to. Quit toy box game when ended. Yes. Game start countdown. I don't like the countdown. Can't put any dialogue in there if I wanted to. I don't think. Yeah, that won't work. Sadness. And vehicles and mounts. That's fine, because that's all we're going to have is those. Alright, that should be set. We'll go ahead and set it for now anyway. We'll set it for 5. So the target count is set at 2. We're going to make it 5. We're going to make the display on. Reset the count at 0. Do you want to reset when the target is reached? Sure, because we're still going to have it do something else. Okay. So you have to hit 5 targets, which doesn't sound all that hard, but when the ships are going up and down, they're all each going at their own separate locations and speed. It's probably going to be a little bit more challenging than we think. I'm going to start with 45 seconds. Time is on display. Countdown from the target time. Yes. That just means it's going to count down to 0. Now, this is where the fun begins. The more I'm thinking about this, the more ridiculous this seems like it's going to be, but we'll see. New logic every time it is hit. We're going to increment by 1. Hit it once, you get 1 point. Then when you get to 5, when the target is reached, Mr. X, yes, we are definitely planning another one in the very near future. More information to come. By the way, if you're not already with us on the PlayStation community Infinity Ever After, join us there. It's real easy to find because it's the only community that's still active. When the target is reached, which is 5, complete the game. That should be everything there. Now comes the fun. So I'm gonna say we want here. Or maybe on the outside of the ship. Well, I guess it won't matter yet. I gotta first get it tied up to the path. Alright. New path connection. Oops. This is going to be the fun part. Go to our properties, toy box path. Need to make that 175 so it matches the speed of the ship. For the moment, I'm going to leave that alone. I probably have to change it, but we'll see. There's that, which puts it outside the ship. Don't want to rotate it. And it's going to loop, and then horizontal, vertical. So it's at a vertical of 8. I want to remember that because I want to keep both of them the same height. And it's looping. Okay. Now I'm wondering, do I need to run everything through the button again, or can I cheat? Take a shortcut. New logic connection. Ha ha ha. When it's on. Oh wait. No, that won't matter. Because when the path is on, everything should be on. Well, we'll find out if I'm right. But I should be in this case. For some reason it feels like to me that just left the path. No, it's still there, but it's way, way away. Horizontal, vertical, forward, backward. What? Is that it right there? Yep. This is gonna be the fun part here. Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be before, but it somehow jumped way off the ship. Alright. Let's line this one up, and then I'm going to do another save before it starts getting squirrely on me. Path connection. And again, we want the 175 speed so it matches the ship. I'm going to try without orienting. I might have to change that later, but we'll see. Kind of think I might have to. We'll see. Starting point, end point. Now, this time I'm thinking we want to go the opposite. I go 11. And I think we said 8. That part should be the same. Forward. What did I do? I did horizontal. Shoot. Let's get this back. Oop, wrong way. This should be 11, I believe. But positive 11. Or 10. I think it was 10. We'll see in a minute. Oh, that's perfect. Do I want it to go higher? Probably just one notch. Make it 2. Okay. Now we're just gonna go stick all this logic over here on what will eventually be a little island. And grab that. I'm just gonna fill out the front section of this thing, make a pirate's island kind of thing with some palm trees that'll hide the logic so you won't even notice it if you do notice the island. Always a way to kind of hide things from the players so they don't have to see what you don't want them to see. Little concerned. What's that dude doing way over there? Come on, man. What you doing over here? I'm not taking any calls today, thank you, though. Why? That's odd. Alright, there he goes. Why in the heck? Let's do this again. The other one did the same thing. I'm a little concerned about this. Vertical. Hopefully that just resets it and puts it back where you want it. Which it did. I don't know why it's done that twice now. Just gonna do a really quick little island front here. When I say simple, I mean simple. Go there. Give us the pirate theme. Not sure which one I like least. The sky dome is kind of giving it a bluish gray look as opposed to the sandy brown, but that'll have to work. Let's get us some pirate palms here. That's just for now. After everything is completely done, then I'll fill it in a little bit more and piratize it. Once the game begins, we're going to press the button, which will put everything into motion. So my next... Actually, I'm going to save this before I start messing with too much more. So my next question is, when I put cannons on the ship, if the ship is moving, I think I got to move the cannons with it. There we got a good shot of the moon in there. So again, this is going to be the first segment of the first stage. I think once you get the 5 hits on the ship, we'll have something... Gotta figure a couple of things out yet. What I'm going to need is the ships to finish at the starting position, but you can't have it just... you could easily reset it to the starting position, but because your figure is going to be on a ship fighting or shooting, if it was halfway through the loop and then goes back to the starting position, you're going to fall into the Dead Sea. The ship is just going to, like, boom, magically reappear in the starting position. Your character is just going to fly down. So what I'm thinking is we set up another trigger area that's only going to be activated after you hit your goal, which is 5 in this case, and then when anything passes through it, it'll stop that we'll turn off that one path. Your path will keep going, but that path will stop, and then you'll just have to time your jump. That should work. This is how it works for me. I just kind of talk myself through it, and then I think what will work. All those sparks and nothing to do with them. What are you referring to by sparks? Oh, I got you. Yeah, you're right. Nothing to do with them. I thought you might be referring to that rogue website that was supposed to be getting servers up and running that haven't done a damn thing. I have a theory, by the way, on that. For those of you that aren't familiar, there's this website that's been allegedly worked on that was going to restore a server of sorts that would allow us to share content with one another, play online matches, things like that. Seemed a little squirrely to me. They were originally going to be up and running within a week after Disney Infinity server shut down. That didn't happen. Then they were hoping by the end of the month. That didn't happen, which I believe was March. Then it was going to be very soon. That didn't happen. I have a theory that on April 1st, they're going to let everybody know, we were just messing with you. That's my theory. I've stopped holding my breath for them. I don't think they're ever going to get it done. Like I've said many times, I want to be wrong. I don't think I am. I haven't checked back on the website in probably about 3 weeks or more. Don't even remember what password I set up on it. I don't care. I just don't think they're going to get it done. Alright, what was I doing? Saving this, I think? Yeah, save. Probably just saved it. Now I'm saving it again, but that's okay. Always better to save than to not save and wish you did. Oh wow, the time she is flying by today. Let me do this. What was life before the Green Goblin glider? Oh, my bad. Answer would be no. Oh, we're in good shape. Sweet. Okay then. We're ready to go. I thought I was gonna have to actually add cannons on. Shows how much I've used this thing. Excellent. Well, we already saved it. Let's give it a shot. Oh no! You're supposed to start me on the ship, dummy. Wait, come back. You have the rum. Uh-oh. Alright, so let's see. Quick. Hey. What is happening? What happened to shooting? Why is it not letting me shoot all of a sudden? Oh man, I was going to be real happy a minute ago, now I'm not. Oh, there we go. A swap. Oh, check that out. Wasn't even paying attention. I don't care about the swapping. I want it to actually shoot, though. Not that. Come on. So a moment ago it shot. Maybe I'm gonna have to settle for not having my ship moving. That's a possibility I can work with. Oh, shoot. Look who walked the plank. Alright, new idea. Oh, what are you trying to say? The backpack is the issue? Well, let me see. Before I go. I didn't think about that, but maybe you're right. Ooh! Alright. And? Nope. Nope. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but... So what we'll do instead is have Jack's ship remaining stationary. Which will probably make it a little less challenging on the shooting, but we'll see, because that ship's still moving pretty good. And I also think I'm going to need to hook up a locator so that it doesn't put me back on the stupid game maker, which I thought I already had that worked out, but apparently I was mistaken. That's what we want. Trying to see where the blue tip is. No. Yeah, that works the way it is. I don't think I can catch it from here. Nope. We also want to deactivate that yellow box once the game starts so that we're not constantly tripping it every time we go through it. It seems like it's having an issue, yeah. I don't know. It'd probably be simpler just to let it go without this ship moving and just let that one move. So that's what I'm going to go with, I think. Let's go go to spark mode here for that. Make sure I, yeah, disconnect the right one. And bye-bye. So now, that works. Where is my little locator? It's in the back or the front? Thought it was in the front. Oh, you know what it is? I disconnected it, so that probably, yeah, reset the whole ship around. Which includes that. Stick that there. And then once the game starts, we want to discombobulate that box so it's off. And the game is started. We're gonna deactivate the box. And it seemed like the targets were moving properly. Actually, I forgot to keep an eye on that, but we'll see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I'm actually gonna add this first and then I'll save it. This way when I spawn in, we'll see if it's working. That might work, to be honest with you. I don't know. And I'm a little perturbed right now because this did work a minute ago when I tried it. Let's see. The box is on. It's definitely going to have to work. See something here real quick. Well then. Alright, a couple things we're gonna do. Number one we're gonna do is make it invisible. And for the moment, since it's being difficult, very difficult, let me see something here, because it worked before, so I don't know why it's being difficult at this point. But maybe if I move this ship as a new starting point, maybe that will allow it to cooperate. Boy, this is the simplest one I've worked on in a long time, and what a pain it's been already. Oh, that's not looking too promising. I swear to God, look at the video back at the early broadcast. This worked without a problem. I wonder if... Let me try something else here. Well, I'm all out of ideas. Maybe not. I do need it to be relatively close to this, though. Am I on the right level at least? Yes? No? Okay, there's the level. I'm so gonna cheat. This box does nothing, get rid of it. And then we're just going to... go ahead and turn that off. Nothing else matters. It's not going to do anything other than convince the ship where it needs to be. And I believe the horizontal, nope. Vertical? Nope. By process of elimination. And voila! It's where it needs to be. There's always a way. And somewhere over here I got a little blue locator that if I don't get, I'm gonna get spawned into the ocean. I think behind the wheel of the ship would be an appropriate place. Really? Gonna put me back on the ship again? So again, that little blue corner. Right there, that little blue tip, that tells you when you spawn and what direction you'll be facing. So now, when we spawn in, we'll be right here behind the wheel of the ship. That's a pretty cool angle because you're going to see the other ship coming right at you. Then you'll jump down here. Not yet. It's saying swap all the time now. What happened to just fire? No. Earlier on, I was getting different prompts, and that damn thing was going to start getting on my nerves. Why is it doing this? I don't get it. Nope. Let me try something here real quick. Alright, so why is that saying use? And that says use. And that other turd. What is a connection issue about? And what's it colliding with? I'm in the middle of the ocean. I have a feeling that has something to do with it, but I don't know what. Alright, let's do this. Wow, guys, I gotta tell you, this is supposed to be a really simple build. And my phone is about to shut down as the battery's dead. I wonder if the game maker has anything to do with it. I don't think so. Well, this is probably going to be the end of the stream right now because it's getting late. I wasn't planning on spending nearly this much time on this. It was supposed to be a lot easier, a lot quicker. And that's kind of the way things roll sometimes, so I will definitely continue this in the next day or so, and we'll pick it up and we'll figure it out. Even if that means I have to put a cannon on there myself, we'll figure it out. Alright guys, thank you once again for joining me for Under Construction Disney Infinity, where the only limitation is your imagination. Look forward to seeing you guys in our community once again. Infinity Ever After on the PlayStation Network. Until next time, y'all take care.